Good afternoon and welcome back. It's been a little while since I've been on. I apologize for that. It's been a little cold up here in Massachusetts. We've sort of been hibernating and saving some of these classics for spring. But today is a balmy 52 degrees here. It's the end of January 2024. Decided to pull this baby out, give her a little bit of exercise, do a photo gallery shoot, and of course this video here on YouTube. I am John, I am Orphan Car Garage, and I'm located in Abington, Massachusetts. Orphan Car Garage. This is the perfect car for us here in Abington. Most of you probably recognize it. Maybe you haven't seen one in a very, very long time, if ever at all. And for those of you that don't recognize it, this is a product of American Motors, a true orphan brand. This is a 1978 AMC Matador Coupe Barcelona edition. So the Matador for AMC was a fairly successful model when it was introduced back in 1971. They made a two-door hardtop, they made a wagon, they made a sedan. You may recognize the sedans from the popular TV shows like Adam 12, as they used the sedan, Matador sedans, those first generation Matador sedans, as their police cruiser of choice. The Matador continued through 1978 with a slight redesign in 1974. This car is the second generation Matador after the 1974 redesign. Gone was the two-door hardtop, and now we had this really elegant two-door coupe. Many people think this car was designed to compete with the Grand Prix and the Monte Carlo. That is not true. This car was priced more in line with the GM intermediates, such as the Cutlass, the Malibu, the Colonnade cars. Also over at Ford, the Torino, and at Chrysler, like the Chargers and the Satellite Sebrings. This car competed more with those than they ever did with the Grand Prix or the Monte Carlo or the likes of that. So this car here, again, was designed in 1974 by Dick Teague. Dick Teague is a famed AMC designer who many times took his own personality of things on his designs, and this car is sort of the epitome of that. It was said that he kind of modeled these tunnel-like headlights of the second generation Matador Coupe to his first AMC design, which was the 1964 Rambler American. So if you look at a 1964 Rambler American, you'll kind of see what I mean with these headlights sort of prominent on either side of the grille. And this Matador, of course, is no different, maybe a little bit more so. So when it was first introduced in 1974 in its second generation, it did really well in sales. I don't have the breakdown per year off the top of my head. I just don't have that type of memory, but they did produce 100,000 coupes from 1974 to this last year, 1978. But production dropped drastically from year to year. And in 1978, the production figure that I found was about 2,000 cars only. This is one of those 2,000. Now, how many of those 2,000 were Barcelona editions? We really don't know for sure. AMC didn't keep those types of records, but it was said that probably about a third or so were Barcelona edition cars, such as this one. That would be about 600 or 700 cars produced in this trim level. The Barcelona, obviously, very, very distinctive. They were available in two different color combinations. This one being the tan and ginger two-tone. And then they also offered this car in sort of a claret red and a raspberry red, like two-tone red. I forget the color names off the top of my head. So there's a two-tone red and then there's two-tone tan. All Barcelonas have this heavily padded vinyl roof. You'll see here while we're here that there has been some minor repair to this. Both sides. I'll show you the other side. This one's more prominent. Some vinyl repair. Typical area for those to split. The interiors of these cars are where they really shine. AMC called this velveteen. And obviously very distinctive Barcelona heavily padded seats, only found in the Barcelona edition. Fancy door panels, shag carpeting, very, very nicely appointed car. You'll notice it has crank windows. This car is fairly loaded, and I'm going to show you the window sticker in a minute, but you couldn't get power windows if you tried. AMC did not offer power windows on this car. While we're here, I'll get inside. You'll notice that this car has just 42,000 996 miles, and that's backed up on our Massachusetts title. The original floor mats are here. Those are the AMC accessory floor mats. The carpeting is in fantastic condition. We cleaned it. Didn't really need much cleaning. Car's very well equipped. Obviously, it has an 8-track AM/FM 8-track stereo with that cool Bee Gees 8-track tape in there. And if you buy the car, I'll throw that in. It does work. Also working on this car is the air conditioning. This car has air conditioning and it blows cold. Also, the car has cruise control, and the cruise control works. It also has a tilt steering wheel. Obviously, that works. Rear defogger. I can't verify that that works. I haven't driven it in the snow, but I'm willing to bet that it does. There is a clock, and the clock does not work. The window sticker, again, is in the trunk, and we'll review that. Headliner is in fantastic condition. Again, the upholstery, beautifully preserved. Dirt over there. Beautifully preserved. This is an original interior. We'll go to the trunk real quick here. This is a pillarless door, as you can see as well. Just want to show you real quick because I always tend to forget this part. Nice clean trunk bay with the original jacking instructions there. The original carpeting on the bottom of the trunk floor. Beautifully kept in here. No issues in here whatsoever. We got an original dealership brochure for 1978 American Motors. I have the 1978 information book that the dealers would have had when ordering these cars, and every 1978 model is here, obviously including the Matador. Now this is where it gets fun. I gotta put my glasses on for this, so bear with me. The original window sticker to this car. This car was sold new in Illinois. You wouldn't know it. It's an extremely clean car body-wise. We'll go over that in a second. Barcelona package. This car came standard, believe it or not, with a 6-cylinder engine. The tried and true 258 straight 6. You won't find many of these with that engine. This car has the optional 360 V8 engine, which costs an extra $190. This car has the 360 V8. That's the same engine that would have been found in your Grand Wagoneer Jeeps. The Barcelona package was $849, included all that equipment. Car also has the air conditioning package, tilt wheel, rear defroster, intermittent wipers, AM/FM stereo tape radio, heavy duty battery, license backup. Some of the options are funny. License backing plate, electronic cruise command, and an interior decor package. The sticker price on this car was not inexpensive, $7,301. Brand new, $7,300. My mother bought a 1978 Concord DL 4-door sedan. Now, granted, it was a base model car with a 3-speed stick, but I think her car was only about $3,800. So the Barcelona Coupe was almost double the price of that Matador Concord DL that my mother had. Now, as we go around on the body on this car, it's very nice. It's been repainted. At first, I thought maybe it was original paint, being such a low-mileage car, but the car does show some signs of overspray here and there, and most notably under the hood. So I'm going to assume that some of, if not all of, this car has been repainted. What perplexes me is that it still has the original stripes. So did they mask off the stripes and paint on both sides of the stripe? That's very, very possible. They did a very nice job regardless, to the point where I almost thought it was original when I first received the car, until I found that overspray. In fact, there's some overspray here in the door jamb, you'll see right there on the catalyst sticker. While we're talking about the catalyst, before I forget, the catalytic converters in this car have been removed. So if you live in California, you might need to know that. I don't know about your smog laws out there. I know they're pretty strict even with old cars. Really nice, clean body. Not 100% rust-free, but what is here is fairly minor. There's some there on the corner of the driver's door. Overall, very good underneath. More pictures of that on the website. Very, very straight outer body panels. The undercarriage is super, super clean. I have pictures of the undercarriage on my website. Probably the worst part of the car, and it's not horrible, is this rear bumper. These bumpers are ridiculously protruding. Government required everything to be 5 miles an hour, absorbency. And you can see how AMC did that. They didn't even bother to put fillers in. But there is couple of dents there on the rear bumper where somebody misjudged backing up. No backup cameras in 1978. And then here behind the Nerf strip, there's some corrosion starting on the bumper. So what I would do with this car, because it deserves it, is remove that bumper and have it refinished. That bumper does not at a point of no return, but it probably could use to be refinished. This side's much better, but you can still see that there is some corrosion a little bit there behind that bottom Nerf strip. The front bumper is not affected with that same issue. I'll show you that as well. Again, very, very nice straight body lines with no rust, no dents or dings to speak of here on the body. Dual mirrors, kind of a nice feature. Oh, passenger side vinyl top. Again, some minor repair there. Very typical on these from what I've seen. Nicely done, very, very presentable. I wouldn't really do anything else with that. Nice radial tires with a nice 2-inch wide white wall. See, the front bumper does not have the same affliction as the rear. So the nice clean front bumper on this car. Little touch up here with some wrong color touch up paint. That sand tan is probably pretty easy to match for someone. So there you go, 1978 AMC Matador Coupe. Very, very unusual car, very cool car. Everybody, I mean, heads spin when I drive this car, and for that reason I'd love to keep it, but again, can't keep them all. Put the key in the ignition and start it up before we wrap this up. Starts up and runs nice. We did a lot of work to this car. The whole fuel system in this car has been replaced. Literally from the gas tank to the fuel pump to the carburetor. Carburetor's been upgraded with an electronic coil, electronic choke, excuse me. Gone is the coil style choke with the heat sink. It has an electronic choke on it. Does the car wonders. Really nice running car with a nice burble from this dual exhaust. Again, like I said, the catalytic converters that would have been on this car originally have been removed. Gives it a little bit more oomph, but you'll need to know that if you live in California, I believe. Decent engine bay. We cleaned it up. It could use another detailing, or if you really wanted to make it a show car. So here's what I mean when I see something was painted and then it looks like somebody used some black paint and then the original tan came through. And if you look really close in here, you can see some overspray. This is original. Overall, very well done, but that's an indication right there to me that somebody's done some paint work on this car, but overall, not bad at all. So that's that 360 V8 that AMC is so famous for and used in the Jeep Grand Wagoneer right up till the end of production in 1991. Very reliable car. Like I said, we've done a lot of work to this. You can see that there's a new distributor and distributor cap and wires. We put spark plugs in the car, a fuel pump, rebuilt carburetor, new fuel tank. The exhaust system is fairly new. Air conditioning blows cold. Everything in the car works, including the 8-track tape. So this car is completely drivable as is. Or bring it up to another level if you'd like. If you're looking for a Matador Coupe, this is probably the one for you. You're not going to find many of these around. A lot of these have been modified. A lot of these were abused and thrown away because they were inexpensive used cars in the late 70s and early 80s. And they were pretty rare to begin with. So we're almost at the 15-minute mark, which is a little bit long for me. I apologize for that. It was just so much I wanted to show you on this car. And before we close it out, I'll give you the price. This 1978 Barcelona Coupe from American Motors Corporation is available for $12,900. Very reasonable car that you could be proud to own. Bring to a car show or cruise night. Drive it daily in warmer climate. Do whatever you'd like. Bring it to another level. Leave it the way it is. It's a very high quality driver, I'd say. Check out the website for all the photos I have. Ask questions. I'll do whatever I can for you. I can offer transportation to anywhere reasonably, safely, and insured. Check me on the web, orphancargarage.com. Like and subscribe to me here on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. My phone number is 508-954-8090. Grab it now, because I'm thinking come springtime, if it's still here, it's not going to be here long. So give me a call. Give me a shout, send me an email, subscribe below. Thank you.